This mistake costs drivers an average of $4,000 in engine repairs every single year. But in the next 14 minutes, I'm going to show you 7 simple maintenance tricks that mechanics don't want you to know, because they could save your engine from catastrophic failure. Stick around to number 5, because it's the one that 90% of car owners completely ignore. And it's probably happening in your car right now. Let's get into it. Your engine is the heart of your vehicle. It's an intricate machine with thousands of moving parts working in perfect harmony. But just like your own heart, it needs proper care to keep running strong. Whether you're driving a brand new sports car or a trusty 15-year-old sedan, these maintenance tips apply to you. Tip number 1, the oil change myth. First up, let's destroy a myth that's been draining your wallet for decades. You've probably been told your whole life, change your oil every 3,000 miles. But here's the truth. Modern engines and synthetic oils have changed the game completely. Most vehicles today can safely go 7,500 to 10,000 miles between oil changes. Sometimes even more. Here's what you need to do. Check your owner's manual. That's where you'll find the manufacturer's recommended interval for your specific vehicle. But here's the catch, and this is crucial. While the interval might be longer, the quality of your oil change matters more than ever. You need to use the right oil grade, the right filter, and actually let the old oil drain completely. A cheap oil change with the wrong grade is worse than no oil change at all. Your engine's tolerances are measured in thousandths of an inch. The wrong viscosity oil can cause friction, heat, and premature wear. And one more thing before we move on. Always check your oil level between changes. It takes 30 seconds. Low oil means high friction. High friction means high heat. And high heat means you're about to have a very expensive problem. Tip number 2, your air filter is suffocating your engine. Imagine trying to run a marathon, breathing through a dirty sock. That's what your engine does every day with a clogged air filter. This is a real air filter from a car with just 20,000 miles. Look at this. Your engine needs to breathe. It sucks in thousands of liters of air every minute, mixing it with fuel to create the explosions that power your car. A dirty air filter restricts airflow, which means your engine works harder, burns more fuel, loses power, and creates incomplete combustion that leaves carbon deposits everywhere. The fix? Ridiculously simple. Check your air filter every 12,000 miles. Most of the time, you can see it just by popping your hood. Hold it up to the light. If you can't see light passing through, it's time for a new one. And here's the best part. Most air filters cost between $15 and $30, and you can replace them yourself in under 2 minutes. No tools required. Compare that to what a shop will charge you. Often $60 to $100 for the exact same job. Tip number 3, coolant, the silent engine killer. This is what happens when you ignore your coolant. But the real damage? You can't see it. Overheating warps your cylinder heads, blows your head gasket, and can crack your engine block. We're talking $3,000 to $6,000 in repairs. Your cooling system is under constant pressure and extreme temperatures. From below freezing in winter to over 200 degrees Fahrenheit under your hood. Here's what most people don't know. Coolant doesn't just prevent overheating. It also prevents corrosion, raises the boiling point of water, and lowers the freezing point. Old coolant becomes acidic and eats away at your radiator, water pump, and engine from the inside. Check your coolant level monthly when the engine is cold. Never open a hot radiator unless you want a trip to the emergency room, and flush your entire cooling system according to your manual. Usually every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. You can buy a coolant tester for about $10. It tells you if your coolant still has the right antifreeze and anti-corrosive properties. Tip number 4, transmission fluid, the forgotten fluid. If you've ever heard someone say, transmissions are sealed for life, never change the fluid, they're about to learn a very expensive lesson. This is lifetime transmission fluid with 100,000 miles on it. It's supposed to be bright red. This looks like coffee. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Lifetime means the expected lifetime of the transmission under perfect conditions, which is about 100,000 miles, without maintenance. Your transmission has hundreds of tiny passages, clutch packs, and bands. The fluid lubricates, cools, and actually provides the hydraulic pressure that makes shifting possible. When fluid breaks down, friction increases, heat builds up, and clutch material starts to disintegrate. Once that starts, you're on borrowed time. Replacing a transmission costs anywhere from $3,500 to $8,000. A transmission fluid service? Usually $150 to $250. Change your transmission fluid every 60,000 miles for automatics, every 30,000 to 50,000 for manuals. And check your level regularly if your car has a dipstick. If your transmission is slipping, delayed engagement, or shifting rough, check the fluid immediately. Tip number 5, the timing belt disaster. This is the maintenance item 90% of people ignore until it's catastrophically too late. And when it fails, your engine destroys itself from the inside in less than 1 second. First, determine if your engine has a timing belt or a timing chain. Chains usually last the life of the engine. Belts do not. A timing belt synchronizes your crankshaft and camshaft, making sure pistons and valves never collide. When it breaks, they collide at thousands of RPMs. The result? Bent valves, damaged pistons, sometimes a completely destroyed engine. We're talking $4,000 to $10,000 in damage. The worst part? This is 100% preventable. Check your owner's manual. Most timing belts need replacement every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on your vehicle. Yes, it's expensive. Usually $500 to $1,000. But consider this. It's a scheduled maintenance item, which means you know when it needs to be done. Set a reminder now. Mark your calendar. This is non-negotiable. Don't know if you have a belt or chain? Google your year, make, and model, plus timing belt or chain. Takes 30 seconds. Tip number 6, battery and electrical system. It's 6 a.m. You're late for work. You turn the key and nothing. Your battery just died. But here's what most people don't realize. Your battery was giving you warning signs for weeks. Look at this. Battery terminal corrosion acts like an insulator, preventing proper electrical flow. This alone can make a good battery seem dead. Clean your terminals every 6 months. Baking soda and water, a wire brush, and 5 minutes of your time. Get a cheap multimeter. They're $15 at any hardware store. Test your battery voltage. A fully charged battery should read 12.6 volts or higher, with the engine off. Start your engine. If it reads between 13.7 and 14.7 volts, your alternator is charging properly. Lower than that? Your alternator is dying, and your battery is next. Most batteries last 3 to 5 years. Check the date code on top. If it's over 4 years old, test it regularly, especially before winter. Cold weather kills weak batteries. The one that barely started in summer won't start at all when it's 20 degrees outside. Pro tip: replace your battery before it dies, not after. Choose when you deal with it, rather than letting it choose for you in the worst possible moment. Topic tip number 7, spark plugs and ignition system. That rough idle, that hesitation when you accelerate, that check engine light that just came on. It could all be something as simple as spark plugs. This spark plug has 100,000 miles on it. The electrode is completely worn down, and every single combustion cycle was less efficient than it should be. Your spark plugs create the electrical spark that ignites the fuel-air mixture in your cylinders. When they wear out, the spark gets weaker, combustion gets incomplete, and your engine suffers. The symptoms? Rough idle, poor acceleration, decreased fuel economy, misfires, and difficulty starting. Modern spark plugs last longer than ever. Copper plugs, 20,000 to 40,000 miles. Platinum, 60,000 miles. Iridium, 100,000 miles or more. But here's what matters. Use the right plugs for your engine. The wrong heat range or gap can cause misfires, or even engine damage. If you're handy, replacing spark plugs is usually straightforward on most engines. 4 or 6 bolts, some dielectric grease, and you're done. Some engines, especially V6s and V8s, are more complex. If your plugs are buried under intake manifolds, this might be a job for a professional.
But don't wait until you have misfires.
Replace plugs on schedule, and you'll maintain maximum efficiency, power, and fuel economy.
Bonus tip.
The one thing that ties everything together. Before we wrap up, here's the secret weapon that makes all of this easier.
Your owner's manual.
I know, revolutionary, right? But seriously, your manufacturer has already told you exactly when to do everything. Every fluid change, every filter replacement, every inspection.
Set reminders in your phone.
Take photos of your maintenance schedule. Some vehicles even have apps that track everything for you.
Keep records.
When you sell your car, documented maintenance increases its value by thousands of dollars. And if you're buying a used car, ask for maintenance records. No records? Walk away. You have no idea what problems you're buying.
Here's the bottom line.
Preventive maintenance isn't expensive. Neglect is.
Spending a few $100s a year on maintenance
Can save you thousands in repairs. Your engine will last longer, run better, and be more reliable.
Outro.
So there you have it. 7 maintenance tips that could literally save your engine. Let's recap real quick. Oil changes. Use the right oil at the right interval.
Air filter.
Breathe easy. Check every 12,000 miles.
Coolant.
Keep your cool. Flush regularly.
Transmission fluid.
Not actually lifetime.
Timing belt.
Don't ignore this one. Battery. Test it before it fails you. Spark plugs. Keep the fire burning strong. If this video saved you from a future repair bill, smash that like button. Subscribe for more car care tips that actually work. And drop a comment. What maintenance tip do you swear by? Remember, your car takes care of you. Take care of your car.